Alright guys, here is the Transformers The Last Night Premiere Edition Deluxe Bumblebee. This is the first wave Bumblebee. We've seen pictures of a different looking one in wave 3 where he's got an interchangeable gun arm and stuff. This is just a repaint of the Age of Extinction mold. And here he is next to the Age of Extinction mold. So you can see the difference between the two. He's a much brighter yellow. There's some paint detail changes to the hood and the rear spoiler. But no mold changes, even though the physical car is altered a bit for The Last Night. Like the spoiler is kind of up and raised and other changes. But as a toy, it is just a repaint of Bumblebee. And right off the bat, before I get into this review, so I've explained it in the comments, but a lot of people liked and a lot of people had some issues with my Grimlock review. And just to clarify that real quick, I wanted this Optimus Prime, this Voyager Optimus. Somebody else got one and did a review of it and did some pictures, and I thought, that looks pretty neat. I want to check that one out. And I found an auction on eBay that I found a lot of single auctions for Optimus Prime that were ridiculous. And then I found an auction on eBay where I got Optimus and Grimlock together for about 10 bucks over retail, which for the two of them, which really wasn't that bad. So when I bought that thing, I figured I'll get the Prime and I'll sell the Grimlock off at retail. Somebody gets it, everybody's happy, and I get the Prime. And so that's why, but when it got here, I wanted to do a quick little review. I was just having fun, I was being silly, but I didn't want to open the Grimlock because I bought it with the intent of I will sell it to somebody else without a markup. So that's why I didn't open the box. So it fell flat. Some people liked it, some people didn't. If you didn't enjoy it, I apologize. I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. I was just trying to be silly. It was a silly little idea I had as I was setting up to shoot my Optimus Prime review, and that's all there was to it. Anyway, on to Bumblebee, which I will actually transform and review because I've seen him in the package and I've been debating which one of these I want on my shelf. Which version of this. And you can see, like I said, he's bright yellow all over. He doesn't have the black on the helmet. We'll do some robot mode comparisons at the end of the video review. But he's got the same little spinning wheel hubcap weapons, which just pop off the bottom here. I guess I should do a little spin around of how these look. He's actually got painted tail lights. That's nice. Painted license plate holder. And then the painted spoiler. But I like the stripe detail on this one better. And I think I like this color better than this really bright yellow. It's not quite as bright as the lights are making it look right now, but it is very bright, and you can see the paint doesn't quite match, although that was an issue on the original as well. But he transforms exactly the same way. You just kind of unpeg this hood piece from the legs, so you can pop that up. Get the whole assembly up, bring the legs down, pull the feet down and out, flip this piece around. Nope, or pop it off. It's just a little ball joint in there. But you want to take this basically and rotate it around the leg there, like that. That's one of the other things I've noticed is, again, mold wear, whatever. This one doesn't seem to feel quite as solidly put together as the Age of Extinction version did. But fold these onto the back of the legs, pull the arms out. This whole assembly, this whole thing should lift up. There we go. Collapse this up onto the back like that. Pull the arms out. Untab them from the hood here. From the front of the air intake, I guess. Come on. And bring them down to the side. Come on, you. There we go. Rotate these around into the front. There's his head. Nope, his mask came down. Oh. Open up his chest and fold the intake down into there, and then cover it up with the chest piece. Fold these up, rotate the legs around there at the thigh swivel. Stand him up, face his head forward. And you can hold these in his hands as, I guess, spinny shield weapons. We get them in there. There we go. And they also store back here. There's a couple little pegs. This is where the doors peg in vehicle mode. But you can store them back here on his back as well. He has the same flip-out gun gimmick his predecessor did. I said, the gun looks a little wimpy in comparison with this, although it does seem to click into place a little better than the original one did. It's not it actually clicks and doesn't just flip automatically around. It doesn't take a lot of force to flip it, but you can actually hear it click into place when you turn it all the way around. I don't think the other one had that, although we'll check in a minute. So yeah, there he is. He's a brighter yellow than we're used to seeing on the Bumblebee movie toys. But yeah, essentially he's, like I said, missing some paint apps in some places, adding some in others, but he's exactly the same figure. Get this up here. And then just as a quick comparison with his previous self, there they are side by side. And again, I think I like the robot deco on this Bumblebee better. There's just a lot more. The black and the orangish yellow really kind of pop next to each other and bring out more of the detail than the paint on this one. I do like the shiny silver face, I guess. But yeah, there's a complaint. And one, I did find out that this does in fact click into place on this one. You can hear it. The click isn't as loud on this one as it is on this one, but it actually holds in a little bit even more securely. So that's nice. Also, I forgot to flip up the windshield, or the side windows on this guy. So there they are next to each other, just to give you an idea. And again, here they are with Voyager Prime, as well as with, move him out to the side, Barricade from the last night, just to give you an idea of how they look together. Personally, I think if you already have the Age of Extinction Bumblebee, you can skip this guy easily skip this guy, especially since we're getting a new Bumblebee in the Wave 3, which is, again, a Deluxe Camaro Bumblebee, which will probably look more like Bumblebee from last night. I don't know all the details. It looks like they've changed some more structural things like they have with like every movie since they started making them. Done a few more tweaks to them. But yeah, personally, I just think the Age of Extinction one just looks better, both in terms of paint and just the overall general layout of the apps. Like I like the striped deco on the vehicle mode for the Age of Extinction versus just the solid black hood from the last night version. But it really is your own personal preference, because the toy itself, I do recommend the toy. It's a fun little Bumblebee toy. So whichever version you have, you're going to have some fun with it. But I do think this one wins out. There it is. Last Night Deluxe Premiere Edition Bumblebee.